In general, it's a good idea to require some sort of basic strength of password, and there are various ways to do this in Rails, which you can find out about by looking at the Ruby on Rails tutorial book, which has a link, or just by Googling it. But we'll include a minimal requirement by actually setting a minimum length on passwords. So let's just put in a validation for a password that's at least 6 characters long. In fact, we can start off by putting in a test. See, where's our length validation? Test, let's say password should have a minimum length. And let's do user.password equals a times 5. So let's have 6 be the minimum. And we want to assert that it's not valid. So this will actually pass, which is wrong, right? Because we don't want this to pass. We want this to be read. We're supposed to get to a failing test. The reason that it's passing is because in fact, the @user is not valid. And the reason it's not valid is because the password and password confirmation have to match. But we've just changed the password, so we also need to change the confirmation. So we could do this. We could do this, just set this equal to the same thing. This will get us to red. But there's a more compact way to do it, which is by just putting both of these assignments in the same line. There we go. So this is failing as required. Let's put in the validation. It's the same thing as validates name. Let's just do this. Just copy it. So it validates password. And present is already implemented by virtue of has secure password. We haven't written tests for that because has secure password is part of Rails itself. So there's really no need to add a test for it. But in this case, we do want to say that the length should be a minimum of 6. All right, so now that we have that validation, a password of length 5 is invalid, and so assert not @user.valid is true, and this is now passing. So let's run the whole test suite.